Hello and welcome back everyone. Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Yevrà here, our Sith Inquisitor, and where we last left off, we were doing an interlude part of the series where we were here at Viscount Space Dock, looking at the flashpoint known as Hammer Station. We are now on our way to the world of Balmorra to try to locate the second piece of Tulak Hord's artifact. So, let's get ourselves underway, shall we? I don't think there's anything else I need to adjust in the meantime. No, that looks fine. So, Balmorra. Once an independent corporate and manufacturing world, Balmorra was defended by the Republic and conquered by the Empire during the war. Now the corporations have mostly fled, local collaborators have been rewarded with positions in the Imperial puppet government, and an entrenched and well-armed resistance opposes the Empire's rule. Despite brutal retaliation by the Imperial military against military and civilian targets, the battle to eliminate the resistance drags on. Droid factories and industrial waste sites have become battlegrounds. The main Balmorran spaceport is located in the city of Sobrik, an Imperial military stronghold heavily fortified against resistance attacks. Indeed, while players of the Empire are here traveling to Balmorra, players of the Republic are traveling to the world of Taris for their own endeavors. But as time passes by, later on we will be traveling to the world of Taris to undo a Republic player's efforts, and unfortunately, vice versa. But let's get ourselves down to Sobrik City.
Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmora, I see. Now, I hope you're ready to work. I've got a good idea of where the ancient artifact is on Balmora, but it's not pleasant.
What exactly does this entail?
Yes, well, let's just say circumstances have changed since Tulak Hord hid his artifact. Tulak Hord hid his artifact in a vault on Balmora, one that was later converted by the Balmorrans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
Oh dear. What am I into this time?
You've done the impossible before. You'll do it again. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmorra, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
He will do whatever I say.
Careful you don't alienate a potential ally. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmorran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Bessica of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
Why is the Republic's involvement a secret?
At the end of the last war, the Treaty of Coruscant left Balmorra to the Empire. The Republic cannot risk open involvement without violating the treaty. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
That is very true, in fact. So, for the longest time, I thought Balmorra was one of the conquered Republic worlds during the Great War.
More importantly, hail to you, Master.
But In looking at the situation in more depth, it was indeed a neutral world. One, of course, that was a major trade partner with the Republic. So when the Empire invaded, it was well within the Republic's interests to send their forces anyway to help defend the planet. Unfortunately, they were pushed off-world by the Empire. While we have our own activities here on the world of Balmorra, we have our own contact, this resource officer. There is another pending situation that Captain Rigel here would like our aid in.
My lord, welcome to Balmora. I hope you like bombed-to-pieces mudholes. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmora?
I've been briefed, but I could use more details.
It's war, bloody and limitless. The Empire invaded Balmora in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmora. We're here to prove them wrong.
How do you expect to succeed where the Imperial Army has failed?
We are the army too. Other soldiers just don't have the capability to handle our kind of specialized missions. The Balmoran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the Resistance. The Minister is safely off planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the Resistance.
What do you need me to do?
That's what I'm looking for. People who want to get things done. My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is masterminding Phase 1 of what we like to call Operation Breaking Point. You'll find him in Sobrik. He's got plans to blow the Balmoran resistance sky high. I think you'll like them. Lieutenant Davril is in charge of Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point. He's in Sobrik.
Okay. We'll go find your Lieutenant Davril then.
Dandans atin say lapto iswis to dalai lotais wahaisen.
What's that, Khem? Nice. Fondly remembering the conquests of the past. We have our daily heroic mission terminal here. There are a fair few heroic missions here on Balmorra, some of which will be tied to the bonus series that various worlds have for us. We do have a codex entry on Sobrik City itself. Sobrik was the original capital of Balmorra, before the more advantageous location of Bin Prime was chosen to replace it 300 years ago. Since then, the city of Sobrik has first shrunk, then been almost entirely obliterated by bombing runs and rebuilt by Imperial engineers. Sobrik was one of the last cities to hold out during the Imperial invasion of the planet. Because of this and its close proximity to the state-of-the-art Balmoran arms Vapora droid factories. The Empire has made Sobrik the headquarters of its occupation, maintaining tight control over the remaining civilian population. Indeed, if we look at our map here, though we can't see them right now, the Akara droid factory is here in the Markaran Plains, which created hundreds of thousands of droids over the period of the Great War. And of course, here in the Sundari Flatlands, we have the Balmoran Arms Factory, which is well known for creating weapons and ammunition for most of the galaxy. In fact, if I remember correctly, half of the weapons and ammunition used in the Great War for the Republic side came from the arms factory, or came from Balmora at the very least. And considering it's a neutral world, that's pretty damn impressive. So, this is the entirety of Sobrik. We have the Imperial headquarters here where we can meet the resource major. And we have the command post where we'll find Lieutenant Davril. I'm trying to decide how to break down my time here in Balmora. I think we'll explore Sobrik City a little. There's a few situations we can involve ourselves in, and then we'll get out into what's known as the Goranth Canyon next time. We'll try to make the parts a little bit smaller, but all filled with various missions that are available. That's the plan in any event. We'll look at that one a little bit later.
Hey there. You got a second? Oh, you're one of them Sith Lords. I ain't seen one of those before. Am I supposed to, bow or something? I, bet you could get me to who's in charge.
You're the first Balmoran I've met who's actually asking to be hauled off.
I don't want to be arrested, all right? I want to trade. The Resistance is dead, I know that. I want to come out of this with my head. I got info. Right here. Where the rebels are. What they're hitting. Introduce me to the Mucky Mucks, and I'll trade them the rest for a berth off-planet.
You want to defect?
Now you're getting it. Help me out. I think Lieutenant Trishota handles defections, but he's been targeted a few times, so he don't take people off the street anymore. You convince him I'm the real goods, and I'd bet he'd cut you in a finder's fee.
Perhaps. And we have this individual subtly urging us to come closer.
My lord, I have heard much about your accomplishments. I understand you are not averse to occasional, off-the-record tasks which require some discretion. One of our officers has just had an unfortunate dust-up with a valuable delegate, and we need to doctor the results.
Why don't you lay out the situation first?
This officer recently quarreled with one of our Chiss delegates. The delegate did not survive. The Chiss have provided crucial intelligence here and elsewhere in the war. It would not do to strain relations with them.
What's your plan?
We have doctored a security recording to make it appear that Balmoran rebels attacked the delegate. We need someone with no direct connection to this officer to go to the room where the murder occurred and upload the doctored footage to the security cameras. With luck, we can turn this into a galvanizing point against the rebels.
An excellent plan.
The delegate was killed in the back room of a cantina. I'll give you the coordinates. Just tell our man at the door that you're working for Brearden, and he'll let you pass.
How about we're working with Breeden? I know that's of course him. Working for makes us seem lesser in that situation.
Are you the officer who deals with defectors?
My lord, my poor station is honored by your presence. I'm Lieutenant Trishoda. High Command has tasked me to learn how these rebels think, as distasteful as that is. Have you found a candidate? Someone of enough value for the Empire to recruit instead of capture?
A man named Griffin Remus. He gave me this intel already. Why don't you torture him for anything else he's got?
I'll send my men to pick him up. Thank you, my lord. Forgive me the paltry payment for your service. We have a standard rate.
My pleasure.
Ay kagay Wairpapa Fraujins ala Pataik Galakai in Alama.
I wondered if Ken was going to be complaining about another cantina. Oh. We have these individuals once again.
So strange, isn't it? The way your past can completely shape the way you see a world like this one.
Your money's always good here.
Could look like a member of the Balmoran resistance if we so wished.
Come again?
We could, again,
Won't find a better bargain.
adjust how Calm appears. I'm always tempted to add some more armor to Kelm. I think he may be just simply more terrifying to be a mountain of bulging muscles, charging at someone wearing only a loincloth.
I'm working for Breeden.
The Just Delegates' bodyguard droids are still active and hostile.
In Twyfel Atraus.
Right. Get into the security footage. Upload the doctored information. And our task here is complete. So what we'll do is get ourselves outside the spaceport once again. When we come back, we'll have a word with Major Bessica and Lieutenant Davril. And I believe we have maybe one or two more people who would like to have a word with us before we leave Sobrik City itself.
I handled your cover-up. As far as anyone will know, the rebels killed that Chiss.
Excellent. And I have heard nothing of it, which is even better. Please accept this payment for your service and your silence.
Ooh. Gained 2 new abilities. We gained Unnatural Preservation, which is an immediate health restoration that can only be used on ourselves every 30 seconds. Handy. And we have Affliction, that casts an affliction instantly upon a target, dealing a reasonable amount of damage, but it is over 18 seconds. What we'll do, as I say, is take a break here. When we return, we'll speak to Major Bessica and see how he, or she of course, may aid us in the location of this vault of Tulak Hord that was converted into a broken down toxic waste facility. But that's all for next time. Thank you all for joining me here with more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then though, take care. Bye bye now.